Hare Krishna. While I got a few minutes, I want to share some facts with you, some good information that you could take it as one to grow on. Starvation in the world today is a result of the practices of evil men who are running the planet. They only care for their personal sense gratification. They don't care about my kids or your kids. They don't care about the future of this planet. They only care what they could get right now. Apparently, these men that's running the planet right now, according to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada, are called Rakshasas. What is a Rakshasa? According to the Vedic scriptures, Rakshasas are reptilian humanoids who will eat their own children. Okay, we covered this a couple of times before. So these Rakshasas are running the planet. Mother Earth or Mother Bhumi is intelligent, and she's not giving us her full strength. The reason why people are starving, the reason why there's droughts and there's deserts encroaching is because we vote for evil men. We sustain the power system that keeps these evil men going. If we don't pay their taxes, and no, I'm not telling nobody not to pay no taxes, because y'all are not going to trick me and hem me up talking about, giving out legal advice. But we support this system that keeps their foot over our necks. You know, thousands of years ago and millions of years ago, we had something called Raja Rishis. What is a Raja Rishi? A Raja Rishi is also like what you call Nsut Beti or Nasut Beti, the king, the pharaoh, the queen of two lands. You know, so we're talking about the upper Egypt and the lower Egypt. The Nasut Beti basically was a ruler who was also an environmentalist, a spiritualist. They believed in the priests or the Brahmin intelligent class, and they listened to those words, and they had an association. They had bandhu, they had powers, they had associations with the subtle forces of nature, which enabled them to live harmoniously and feed all of the people in their kingdom. Egypt was known as the breadbasket of the ancient world. There was no such thing as starvation or unemployment under the rule of a Raja Rishi. Raja meaning king. Rishi is like what you call let's just say a wise person. So a wise king, we're talking about an intelligent rulership class. We're not talking about your current politicians. If you gave them the power of Mother Earth, they would make life a living hell for their fellow living entities. They support the slaughter of the mother, the cow. The cow is your mama. If your mother stopped giving you milk at 2 months old or whatever months old, they switch to Similac or a mixture of cow milk and cow proteins. You can't get around it. The cow is your mother. She should be protected. Then there would be more grace and wealth on this planet. India became poor when the Muslims ran through and killed all of their cows. This is truth. If you and you know, in some cultures, if you ain't got a cow to offer to a man, you can't marry his daughter. So cow is wealth. Lakshmi, that's a lot of good stuff going on when you're dealing with milk. Got milk? Everybody likes a milky woman. Anyway, moving on, right? And I don't mean that in no kind of way either, you know? Milky meaning rich. So, so, you know, I'm not losing my thought here. So, we need righteous rulership on this planet once again. That's the only way we're going to survive. You know? We need, remember, the Mother Earth is not going to give her wealth to the planet if people are not making proper sacrifices to the Almighty. Sacrifice is the key to reciprocity, to getting things that you want done on the material plane. No matter what system you got going on, whether it's whatever system, it's always you got to give something to get something. So what are we willing to give to God? Well, the Raja Rishis were always engaged in the worship of the Most High. They were very pious beings back thousands of years ago. So there was no problem for them to have elaborate sacrifices with tons of fruits and vegetables, and even if that was the prescription for that time, animal sacrifices. You understand? All of these things, the earth would give abundantly, and we could give tons of gold away to the educated class so that they wouldn't have to be poor and suffer. The educated class is supposed to guide the administrative class so that all living entities can live in peace and harmony. The earth can be transformed into a Vaikuntha planet, which means no anxiety. But it's up to our rulers to accept intelligent guidership. So, with that being said, once again, we offer this opportunity for the people of the planet Earth to read the teachings of Abhaya Charanaravinda Swami Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Read his books. If you consider yourself to be intelligent, read his books. We're not interested in gaining people who are not very intelligent because they have a capacity to drain resources as opposed to give something. We are here to serve the Supreme Lord Krishna and to see to it that this planet Earth is running the way it is supposed to be run. If you're just draining resources and you have nothing to offer, stay where you at. We need the intelligent class of people, people who get up in the morning and think about solutions, or who think about what is myself and what is God. If you're thinking on that level, we invite you to read our books. If you're in college, read our books. Most people who go to college don't even know anything about personal hygiene. They go use the bathroom, soil all over the seat, whatever. They wipe themselves with dry paper towel. And then you come back and sit down in the classroom. If your aura is not clean, it's going to be hard for you to learn to process this information properly. So if your life is in jeopardy, if you don't even wash your hands coming out the bathroom, why should I trust my life in your hands? So your degree is out the door. The Vaishnava open our arms to the intelligent class of the people of the planet Earth for the mere fact that your race doesn't mean anything to us, nor does your class or your status or your wealth. All of these things attached to your false ego and your bodily concept will be done away with at the moment of death. So what do you have? You have pure devotional service to the Most High. And he wants us to serve each other. This is what the kings did. They made sure people ate before they went to bed. They made sure everyone was spiritually educated. People are savages now. They ain't getting no spiritual education. Like I said, nobody's telling you that you're supposed to use water to clean your genitals. So if you don't even know the basic 1, 2, 3s of hygiene, how can I... Your technology is not increasing my life. I could get the biggest, baddest cell phone on the market and the radiation will kill me before I even get a chance to get the next model of the phone. So your technology is not expanding the quality of life or the duration of my life. It's not doing anything good for me. The car could get me from here, just the northern side of Queens, to, let's say, Far Rockaway in about a half an hour, whereas on foot that would take me 3, 4, 5 hours walking, maybe. You know what I mean? So if we're looking at it like that, sure, it's convenient, but what's the byproducts? Everything man makes seems to be imperfect because he's not using Krishna as the focus. So I ask you, make sacrifices in the name of the Lord, and all things will be given unto you. But if you don't give nothing, you can't get nothing. At least not nothing good. Hare Krishna.